Hi everyone. We're going to be comparing literary nonfiction to a fictional adaptation today. In fiction, the author creates a story from characters and dialogue, setting, which we've been studying, plot, and theme. But nonfiction is much different. It includes topics, main ideas, and facts. Some forms of nonfiction are told in a way similar to fiction. Biography tells the story of a person's life through letters and documents to reconstruct what a person did and felt. An autobiography is a story of someone's life written in first-person point of view by that person. They may use character, plot, and theme to shape the story, but it also has real dates, places, and events. A memoir, which is my personal favorite, is similar to an autobiography, but focuses on how the author overcame a personal struggle. And a diary is a daily reflection written by someone about the day's events or the feelings or reactions to those events. One of the most famous diaries is Anne Frank's diary, which I'm sure you've probably heard about. A fictional adaptation is a story that's created based on a person's biography, autobiography, memoirs, or a diary. The author will include elements of fiction, including other characters and dialogue. A clue for what a fictional adaptation is, the meaning of adapt. Adapt means to change, alter, fit. I'm going to give you some examples. In Titanic, a nonfiction account recounts actual events. It contains nonfiction features such as dates, place names, and statistics. We'll take a quick look at this video.
On Wednesday, April the 10th, 1912, in brilliant sunshine, although the day was cold, the unsinkable Pride of the White Star Line left Southampton. She was commanded by Captain Smith, Commodore of the White Star Fleet, and this was to be his last appointment before retiring. A crowd had gathered on the pier to watch her leave her moorings. The Titanic was a new breed of luxury liner. The route for this maiden voyage took her to Cherbourg and Queenstown, where she took on emigrants bound for the New World. Among her passengers were many of the wealthy and influential, with, according to one calculation, combined assets of £120 million.
There was something about the Titanic that was so very formal. It was so stiff. The atmosphere was stiff. The coziness. The kind of get-together feeling, it didn't exist. I always remember going up on the lift. A little boy said to me, "You know, madam, it's quite an honor. I'm only 14 years old. I'm a lift boy."
But we were sleeping six in a bunk, and we were treated like as if we were in a third-class restaurant as regards the food.
So a fictional adaptation contains elements of fiction, including characters, dialogue, and plot. Take a look at this. So now what I want you to do is write down what is the same about both clips and what is different about both clips. Now I want you to write the following. I think an autobiographical count is, and then I think a fictional adaptation is. Now we will compare a diary and a fictional adaptation. What I want you to do is read each of the following. And what you're going to do is write everything that's the same about an autobiography diary and what is the same about with a fictional adaptation, and then repeat the process with everything that is different. When you compare and contrast a work of literary nonfiction to an adaptation, here's what I want you to look for. Look for how the characters are described. Look for the use of dialogue, especially by other characters. Look for figurative language, such as metaphors and similes. And look for plot elements, such as rising action, climax, and resolution. Remember, life is messier than fiction, and we don't usually have a clear-cut plot line running through our biographies. Here's an example. With an autobiography, it would read, I remember that my parents were angry about that test grade. I was so disappointed that I had once again let them down. A fictional adaptation might be something like this. I can't believe you didn't study for this test. You knew how important it was. The tears began to well in Trisha's eyes. She knew she had disappointed them again, and she knew it was her fault. All right, in class, we're going to actually do a Venn diagram to compare and contrast literary nonfiction to fictional adaptation. So bring your notes. Thanks.